Hey, look at that. EA is making Formula One racing games again. Roblox is worth a ton of money, but it's going to have some serious metaverse competition. And Days Gone may not be getting a sequel, but it is coming to the PC very soon. All that and the latest and everything cool today in the Rundown. Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. I'm your host, Victor Lucas, and you have found the Electric Playground. I am going to deliver to you the brand new Rundown, which today is brought to us by our friends at the Gaming Stadium. They are Canada's leader in online esports tournament facilitation. They've got tournaments going on every weekend, and you don't want to miss out on the action. You can join up with them at tgs.gg. And today's episode is dedicated to our friend Sulako88, who was first in the chat room. This is a Rundown Live, in case you haven't guessed. And what we've been doing is we've been going live with some of the rundowns, and it's been a lot of fun. We have an awesome group of people that come in to the chat. They have a great time. We chat about all the stuff that we're playing and sort of fascinated with, but they also educate me every episode, which I've really been digging. But I love these people. But Sulako88, this is your Rundown. Hey, what do you know? That big deal that we saw happen not too long ago between Codemasters and Electronic Arts has borne some fruit. Today we got the announcement trailer for F1 2021. This is being developed by Codemasters, who has been doing a lot of F1 gaming and development over the last several years. And just as a refresher, the deal here is that Codemasters was bought by Electronic Arts for $1.2 billion. And this is the idea, is they want to own everything. Need for Speed, F1, Grid, Project Cars, Dirt. I don't see Burnout on that list. Where's Burnout? EA should bring back Burnout. Codemasters could make us an awesome Burnout. But it's a huge deal, and I know that there are tons of fans out there for the particular brand of racing that Codemasters is famous for. I've always been appreciative of their craft. They've always been able to make really, really fun racing detail to keep the hardcores busy out there and happy out there. And this new F1 2021 is going to feature a big story mode. I think it's called, Breaking Point, yes. And so there's going to be a tremendous amount of new hype around this relationship. EA really can't stumble with this stuff. For Codemasters to have done this deal with Electronic Arts, it really means that there's going to be, marketing injection, cash injection on development, a long roadway, no pun intended, for these developers to keep making us some fun racing games. And just as a refresher, I mean, this is the most recent F1 game. You can see the level of detail and the polish that they've crafted in their environments. Of course, they license all of the official racers and the tracks and the courses. I believe all the announcers and everything are pretty scaled and dialed in there so that it feels like you're watching the real thing. Absolutely beautiful. To be honest, it's a little more sim-leaning than I've been super comfortable playing, but every time I check out one of the Codemasters F1 games, I am suitably blown away. So excited to see what this is going to mean for Electronic Arts and for Codemasters and for you F1 fans out there. But we're just starting to get the details. We don't have all of the details yet, but pretty big news today. Also some big news today coming from our friends at Epic Games and Core Games. There was a huge Core gaming showcase that happened today. Core is this user-generated engine technology that makes the Unreal Engine quite a bit more user-friendly than it is for professional developers out there. And what they did is they put together a video showcase to show off some of the games. Apparently there are 20,000 games that use this Core technology. You can dive in and just start playing, but you can also create your own games and you can publish them. And this is really meant to be, I don't know if it was meant to be a competitor to Roblox, but Roblox obviously has a lot of targets on itself because it's gone public. It's worth $45 billion. This is a huge marketplace, a huge part of the marketplace. The idea that people want that YouTube of game making. People want to have that ability to kind of craft something and then share it with people. You can also publish it and make money off of it like you can on Roblox. And so it's in early access right now. Core is available on the Epic Game Store. And what was shown off today, they had a showcase. Jeff Keighley hosted it, and he was throwing to all kinds of different creators out there, but also a lot of the streamers. I mean, this is exciting technology. We're seeing something similar with Dreams as well on the PlayStation. Roblox, I think, has really cornered the market for the younger, game players, but also game makers out there, because people are banding together within Roblox and creating their own little businesses, right? They sell Robux, and people share in the profit participation. Obviously, Roblox as a company makes a lot of that revenue as well, but then there are users out there that are essentially crafting little independent development studios and publishing within this ecosystem. I don't think Dreams is quite up to that yet. I don't think you can monetize, but obviously Sony is paying attention to this. But what also is kind of interesting, and I'll talk about this as I show you some of the tools and some of the way that Core works, is that Epic has been invested into by Sony. So the partnership continues between these two behemoths to craft something called a metaverse, which is, I think, going to benefit quite heavily from game platforms like this, like Core. And Epic has invested in Core. So I think the idea is that we're going to have these cross-brand gaming spaces, think Ready Player One, that are going to be super high fidelity, and there's going to be user-generated content and studio-driven content and professional content, but we're going to be able to jump around inside of these game worlds. And this is kind of a UGC, a user-generated content kind of variation on that. I think if you've ever sort of tooled around inside of the world of Roblox, you get a taste of that as well, because everybody's making Harry Potter games or Iron Man games or whatever. It's very cute. And we saw that with Mod Nation Racers. We're seeing that with Dreams as well. There's a lot of familiar IP in these universes, and everybody wants that. I mean, look at Space Jam. Everybody wants this fusion, this merging of characters and brands that we love. If you look at my toy shelves, that's basically what the future of content is going to be, I think, and games are going to be a heavy component of that. But Core launched today in early access, and it's free to download. So if you have any inclination or aspiration to craft your own games, you should definitely check that out. But check out Roblox and Dreams if you're a big PlayStation fan. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. There's some beautiful work in there, and Media Molecule did some amazing they did some amazing work at making it super accessible and also super deep and incredibly powerful. So check out those things. I mean, it's an incredible world that we're in, and it's very analogous to this YouTube world that we're in as well. All of this stuff that I'm doing right now at the beginning of my career would have cost hundreds of thousands of dollars just to set up this one shot and just to get it out there to everybody. Now I just turn on a camera and you guys are watching me deliver the news, and then we're going to play games, which is just a wild thing. But this is the crazy world that we live in. Another crazy world that we can live in is Deacon St. John's. That's right, Days Gone is back in the news. Not only is it not getting a sequel, which I'm not happy about, but the PC version was teased today. We knew that it was coming to the PC, but we got a nice trailer with some of the features that are going to be a part of this game. Everything's running at 4K, 60 frames a second, I think, in this trailer. We see glimpses of zombie bears. We see some of the giant zombies and some of the horde infestation that comes after us. This is a beautiful game, and it ran really well on the PlayStation 4, and it's all running much better on the PlayStation 5. And if you've got the horsepower in a PC, you're going to be able to take advantage of all of the incredible details that Bend put into this title. And I got to tell you something, it's not really like Naughty Dog's storytelling in this game. That's not the real story about Days Gone. It's the nice loops in the gameplay. I loved this game when I reviewed it. I completely adored my experience with it. It's a bit of a slow burn, and it's a little bit tedious in terms of how much content you have to dive through, but the loops are really fun, and you get super hooked by, I don't know, the third. I mean, I enjoyed all of the elements in there, but as I learned more and more of the systems and how to survive the horde attacks, it became incredibly compelling. And there were some, technical hiccups and things like that when it was initially launched, but all of that stuff has been patched like crazy, and it's been really tuned. And the best thing that I can say about Days Gone is just that it's an incredibly fun game to play. So I am looking forward to diving back in on the PC. Absolutely, I want to check it out. I've got it on the PlayStation 5, but I definitely want to sort of compare it to the PC and see how it runs there. But I love the game, and honestly, if you haven't checked it out, it's free right now on PlayStation Plus. And if you're a PC gamer, don't have a PlayStation system, definitely check this game out. I can't hype it up enough. I think it's a fantastic game, and honestly, I want more people to play it so that we do, in fact, course correct and get the sequel that Days Gone deserves. And I really hope that by the summertime, we hear some good news about more adventures for Deacon St. John and some of his buddies, his biker buddies. Really, really cool experience. All right, I've got a couple of other things that I want to tell you about. First of all, there's some more good news coming from the world of Indiana Jones. That's right, Mads Mikkelsen has joined the cast along with Phoebe Waller-Bridge. He is going to be in there, obviously, with Harrison Ford, who is the only Indiana Jones. And the other big part of the news that's been circulating around Indiana Jones 5 is that John Williams is returning to do the music composition. So James Mangold, who directed Logan, yay, and he did Ford versus Ferrari, which is terrific if you haven't seen that. He is assembling some really good people for this film. Mads Mikkelsen is a fantastic actor, and anything he's in, he makes better. Remember how awesome he was in Casino Royale? He's amazing in Rogue One as well. He's also got a new movie, Mads Mikkelsen. It's called Riders of Justice, and he plays a badass, kind of John Wick style, who trains a bunch of regular schmoes to take down a biker gang. And it's I think it's Swedish. I'm not sure what the nationality of the film is, but there's going to be some crazy Rambo-style justice, and he looks like a complete badass, and it looks like it's really sleek and really cool looking. I'm looking forward to checking out Riders of Justice. I'll pretty much see Mads Mikkelsen in anything. All right, and we've got one more quick thing to talk about. We got a little bit more of Wonder Boy Asha in Monster World. It's coming up soon. This is it's saying it in the trailer piece that I'm looking here, but it's a beautiful game. I like these Wonder Boy recreations. There's obviously a lot of love and a lot of attention to detail to pull this together to make it something that's going to fascinate people and keep them entertained in 2021. But there's some really beautiful artwork in here, some super fast gameplay. I think this game is going to be a total blast to play. We got a sense of some of the voices today, though, in a bit of a trailer here, and this is the first time that a lot of these characters have been portrayed with voice acting, which is kind of cool. Looks like one actor there, I don't know how to pronounce that, is playing a whole bunch of different characters. But I'm looking forward to this game. I think that this is going to be a super fun escape, and it's coming out soon. I think in the next month or two. I don't know the precise release date for this, but I am super, super excited for Wonder Boy Asha in Monster World. That is going to be a lot of fun. All right, you guys, that's going to do it for the rundown today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back again tomorrow with a fresh episode for you, so please come back for that. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. Thank you to our existing subscribers. And yes, absolutely, thank you to all of our EPN members. We'll see you tomorrow, and until then, play forever.